You?
I'm good. We're doing okay, all things considered.
Oh my gosh, Emily, look at your perfect lighting and your perfect
right?
And your perfect hair and makeup. Oh my gosh. Like,
Brandon, she's like, and here's he is a baby. She put on a baby filter.
I have
What
the
changed?
camera on.
What changed? We couldn't see a difference. It's like, oh, she just looks young naturally. Oh, screw you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Oh man, that's hilarious.
I can't move around too much though. It's kind of slow.
Is freaking hilarious. Well, man,
I love
I'm excited to have you guys on. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. Dude, Hangouts were fire, you guys.
Hangouts were fun.
Yeah, super fun. I love those.
Good.
Yeah.
It was like, I think I'm in love with Kellen now. I was like, yeah, you and half of the rest of the world. Like, yeah. And you know, Kellen's one of those guys that he's like, we have to drag him out of every hangout kicking and screaming. Brandon.
I like talking to people.
No, it's good. You guys are so, everyone is just, it's such a fun time. I love everybody, like, it's just plastered. Like, their whole hangout with you guys, like, everybody's just like, you have to like rub it off to get the smile off.
Yeah. Brandon, how are the puppies?
They're good. They're good.
Yeah? Are they around?
I should grab them. Let me see.
Yes.
Yeah, please.
You know,
I was gonna ask, but
the stream's gonna lose it when you do.
Oh no. Oh dear.
Did Michael tell you I want to get a Frenchie?
Oh, you want a Frenchie?
Yeah.
A Frenchie.
I want tips from you guys because I've never owned a dog by myself before.
Oh, they're wonderful. Here's we have a prime specimen here.
Ah! A baby!
Can you say hi?
the little face.
Hi, sweet baby.
The scrunchie. Is that the baby?
Yes, this is Gus. This is
Gus.
He just turned one whole years old.
Oh, happy birthday,
He
Gus.
reminds me of a little Ewok.
He is a little Ewok. Look at him.
Sounds like one too. I don't know if you can hear.
Does he go? Ah, rah, 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 rah. I love it when Frenchies talk back and they like try their best, but they're like
I'm not doing this. Here is the prince, the king.
The king.
Oh man.
The king.
Genji.
The king.
Genji.
Oh my god.
It's the puppy bros.
I've got major cute aggression right now.
Wait, your vines where you get them to sit pretty or vines, TikToks. I'm still in 2010.
Dude, Vine lives on YouTube so hard. My daughter's always like, "Oh, you got to see this Vine." I was like, "I thought Vine died." Did some like? So like,
It does.
TikTok now.
Yeah,
man. It still lives on. The Vine Nation is still here. We're just transitioned.
Yeah.
The Vine is evergreen.
The Vine is evergreen. It grows.
She'll be like, "Here's 12 minutes of Vines," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm super busy."
I love Vine comps though. They're so funny.
Yeah.
It's
TikTok.
legit. TikToks and Vines are like legit an art form. It's like be funny in 6 seconds. Do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, the shorter form, the harder it is to be good at what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I actually had a dream last night that I was like super into my TikTok, and maybe that's a sign. I should really.
It's a premonition. It's a vision.
I mean, okay, let me just spread the gospel of TikTok for a moment.
Please.
I
preach.
Did like we chatted about this, Emily, on that panel, but it has blown up even more. I feel like TikTok's becoming the mainstream now. Before it was like kind of fun and fringe and whatever. I'm gonna move for better light. But now everyone's on it, you know. So I think it's a big opportunity there. I mean, so
totally.
I got to get back on it. I used to have ideas for Vines all the time, and it's like, okay, Vines back in a new body. Let's do it. Where all the ideas go? Come on, Kellen. Like
You just scroll through and you see what other people are doing, and it inspires
That's what
you.
I need to do.
Yeah.
Because I have all these ideas for other things, but then as soon as I like try to think about it, I can't. I just draw a blank. So I think that I get inspired.
My favorite ones are like the unedited ones where it's like a joke you have to watch it 4 times to truly get the joke. It's like that clever. Like Matt Post, if you know him, he does a lot of those that are just like double entendre. It's like there was one where there's like a demon in his head, and it's like kill everyone. Or there was like a wish. It's like, what is your wish? Kill everyone. Taco. No. 2 tacos. Like just clever. Yeah, clever stuff like that. I love puns.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would just do puns, man. That's all I do.
It'll do well. Yeah. I think.
That's all I do. Just dad jokes.
They built the entire miraculous ladybug off Cat Noir's bad puns. Like, it's totally a thing. There's a whole universe waiting for you to do bad puns.
Yeah, there's bad pun culture.
Bryce is one of those dads, though. He's the "hi, I'm dad" kind of dad.
Christopher Wakehamp he is Dad Zama. Like, we were on a panel a few weeks ago, and he was like, Brad, I think there's a question over here in chat. If we could just maybe move this over here and like do this thing that's very organized. And I was like, wow, like you got to.
We had to teach him how to play Jackbox last night. It was so much fun.
What is Jackbox?
What's that?
What is Jackbox?
It's party games that you can play with anybody. One person has the game, and then anybody can join over the browser. And it's like there's like Mad Libs ones, and ones where you create your own T-shirts, and ones where you do stand-up comedy. And this one was like Secret Hitler, where you're trying to figure out who the alien is. It's called Push the Button.
Oh, I love that one.
And he just kept giving himself away. We're like, no, Chris, you're supposed to.
Kellen, have you played the monster?
I've only played the Pictionary one and then the Balderdash one.
So fun. Yes. Both of those are so fun.
I'm really good at the Balderdash one.
Have y'all played the monster dating game?
No.
It's good. Which
party pack is it that in?
I think it's 6.
6? So brand new.
Okay, and then tell me how do you play these? Because this is all I'm old, and so I know how none of this is being done. How does this?
So all you have to do is find someone or buy it yourself on Steam or your Switch or your PS4 or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And I think
you can play it on my phone.
Well, that's the thing. Once someone has the base game, anybody can join once they have the rune code from like a browser or a phone or whatever.
Right. Okay.
And what is that still science technology, Matt? Like, is that Steam? Like,
yeah, the Steam with all of the PC games.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're thinking STEM.
Oh. Well,
I
don't know STEM.
I have 5 kids, so like every time I hear Steam, I think of thank you, Emily, for saving
science,
me.
Technology, engineering, arts, and math. Yeah. Wait, what?
That's too smart for us.
Engineering, math. Yeah, science, technology. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I used to teach as part of a program that was called Staging STEM, and what we would do is got a bunch of theater teaching artists, and we would go into elementary schools and junior highs, and we would teach science and math through theater games, and it was super fun. So,
that sounds amazing.
That's really fun.
How many of you are improv fans? People participate. Okay, good. Oh,
I have an improv past.
Same. I did comedy sports.
Yes. Too. Comedy sports. Woo! What is your favorite comedy sports game, Kellen?
Gosh, probably like for an expert or like I don't know. I just love it when they say like this long foreign gibberish, and I just say the translation is yes. I just they call it Whose Line on Whose Line Is It Anyway, but we call it Blind Line.
Yes. Yes.
That's one of my favorites too, because we always leave the notes on stage for the next games, and that's like a trump card there.
Oh, the best.
Mhm.
Forward reverse is good. I like
Yeah.
it a lot. Gosh,
Brandon.
How 60 I forget what it's called, but it's where you get 60 seconds and like the moderator will say you start talking as a character and then they'll go switch and you have to go to a new character and you get like a minute.
Yeah.
How many characters you can play just on the fly, and
we do that seconds. But with change the line. So it's like I ordered some tea. Change. I ordered some Coke. Change. It's piss in a cup.
Yes. And then did you run? Did you run?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I love that.
Did you run? That's a classic. Brandon, comedy sports. Do you know what it is?
I don't. Is it like Whose Line?
It's like Whose Line Is It Anyway if it was a competitive sport.
Yes. Yeah. 2
teams of 4 playing against each other for the audience's affection.
Yes. Yes.
I'm writing this down. Okay.
Oh man. It
was my favorite.
Guys, if we're at a show together, like we totally freaking need to do a comedy sports panel.
Yeah.
I'm down.
I'm down.
Me and Lindsay Seidel, when I was in Texas, we got to go see Anthony Bowling, who plays Chronostasis and other stuff across the Funnyverse, has an improv show out in Fort Worth. And he has a little troupe, and he is so hilarious. We got to see something like that while we were there. It was a ton of fun.
How fun! Bodega.
Like
that was not even a challenge.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then with the feet, yeah. Oh gosh. You know what? I think one of my favorites is I Am a Tree, because the stuff that people come up with, depending on who you're with. I Am a Tree is a warm-up game. So someone goes in and says, I am a tree. And then 2 people come in and they're supposed to say, and then something related to a tree, like, I am a bush. I am a squirrel. And it gets like really weird, like, I am a tree. I'm paper because woodcut or like they'll go really funny with it, and you just pick whichever one you find funnier.
That's awesome.
And the goal is to bring it back around to I am a tree, but it can go on for hours if you let it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
I like
go ahead.
What is it called? Glorious Machine or something. It's not a comedy sports game, but it's a theater game where like one person gets up first and like does a motion and a sound like beep boop beep boop beep boop, and then like you add one at a time. You have to be in contact with the other person, but then you do your different motion and a different sound, and at the end like it's a huge group of people all just like this cacophony of noise and like movement. I don't know. It's super
That's
fun.
just fun, man.
Yeah.
That's just fun. All right, sorry, you were saying, Brad?
I know. Now I'm trying to think of what I was gonna. Oh man, I super lost it.
I forgot we were on a stream for a second.
I know. I keep on checking out the comments to see.
So I'll make it for anyone who's new. So welcome to Colorworld Live. This is our totally free, in front of everybody. We all just go buck. There's no format for the free one. If you want to ask questions, just make sure that you get any item from any of our guests, whether it be a hangout, a personalized audio, a video, autograph, whatever. And then you jump over to our Colorworld Live VIP only Facebook group and then request access, and then we let you in. And then during VIP, it's all you guys, like everybody in chat. I just shut the heck up, and then I put everybody's questions on. There was one, I had Kristen and Brittany on, and those 2 ladies are BFF.
That's a riot right there.
So
that's a barrel full of monkeys right there.
I had to stay for 20 minutes to to answer every single last question in VIP, because that's my promise, is that like we will answer every question in VIP. I was 20 minutes, you guys, of answering questions. And I was like, okay, so I'm going to be Brittany and answer this question. And then on this question, I feel like Kristen would have answered this, so then I would like be Kristen. So it was gosh, I wish I could. Doing Indiana Comic-Con is great because Indianapolis has a comedy sports troupe. Those guys are fire. SAC Anime, it's either SAC Anime or San Jose. It's possible that each of those cities has a comedy sports troupe, but both of those I love being in San Jose and Sacramento. I was trying to look up to see. Okay, so comedy sports. Yeah, San Jose, San Antonio, Sacramento, Richmond, Virginia, Provo, Utah, Portland, Oregon, Philadelphia. We had one growing up in Raleigh. I don't see it listed, but Raleigh, North Carolina had a great location for comedy. There's one in Germany. I'm not sure how that hopped.
Germany.
It's just, yeah. That's Wisconsin, Minneapolis, New Orleans. So it's really only in maybe 15, 16 cities in the U.S. But it's just the standardized format of improv comedy, and it's I love it. I love improv. I know Eric Vale has an improv scene.
Mm-hmm.
What is that called? And then where do they do that? Do you remember?
I can look it up on Twitter real quick.
Okay, I was gonna. Yeah, you beat me to the punch.
I had a panel at a couple Galaxy Cons for a bit called Improvoicers, where me and Josh Martin and Chris Rager and whoever else wanted to join would do a Who's Line type thing, but we had to end that, unfortunately, for now, while we're going to restructure. What is it?
Folding chairs.
Okay, I'll bring that up so that fans can see. Through the magic of the internet, we have screen sharing. Good, Bad, Worst is an amazing game. I love
Good, Bad, Worst is really funny.
Oh man, so good. I just want to say stupid stuff right now. That's basically what's.
I love Back in My Day because we all just act like that. It's a pun game. We all just act like old men, and the audience gives us a suggestion like ducks. Back in my day, we didn't have ducks. The only bills were from the telephone company. So something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. And there's something called the groaner foul for most games. If somebody groans, you lose points, but the groaner foul is suspended for those games because any sound that anybody makes equals a point.
Yes.
To this day, I will do groaner fouls in real life. Like, I don't know if you're that way, Kellen, but if somebody, I'm like, oh, we're gonna have to put the groaner foul.
I love puns, man.
Oh, it's so good.
It's my thing.
There's Eric's folding chairs, you guys. It looks like it's in the Dallas area. You can email the foldingchairscomedy@gmail.com. We'll see what happens if I click on this link. But if you love improv, Eric is a spectacularly funny person as well.
Yes.
Gosh, we need to see if there's something, because there's so many shows in Dallas that once the zombie apocalypse is over, we really ought to see if we can tie this all into when we're at a convention in the Dallas area.
I wish.
That we could do it. Okay. All right, I'll get with Eric on that we need to do every comic or anime show should also have a folding chairs performance where we everybody that's at the show jumps. Man, okay.
That'd be great.
I love improv.
Rico loves improv too. He's studied it forever.
You know what Go ahead.
I dream of doing a show with that guy. We still haven't done anything improv-y.
Well, you know what's funny? We were talking earlier today. I was like, "Oh, what are you watching?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm watching Rico stream until 3 a.m." And I was like, "Yeah, that's a thing. It definitely nobody's doing it anymore."
He goes hard.
Isn't it funny that Kellen and Rico are such good friends, but they have to try to kill each other in My Hero?
Mm.
Yeah.
We know we're aware of the irony. Yes.
It was so great. I loved when you Emily came in and you came into the backstage, and I was like, "This is adorable." I really wish that we were already live. You forget all the But then,
if this were like the show right now, all of you would be killing me. All of you would be trying to kill me.
Really
I would be crying and sad that people were dying because of me.
Emily,
Brandon would have a break. Brandon could just.
I'd just be doing my taxes.
Yeah,
carries a 4. That's a good 4.
With your rubber stamps.
Approve.
I love that that's your thing in One Justice 2, by the way, that your whole thing is punching, predicting, and throwing stamps at people.
Yeah.
I still haven't played it. I need to play it. I've been too busy to
Really?
play it.
I know, I haven't played it either.
Dude, it's on PC, it's on PS4, it's on Xbox, it's on Switch. You have no excuse.
I know. I
No
downloaded
excuse.
it. I have it on Switch. I downloaded it. I just haven't had time to play it.
All right, fair enough.
Same.
I
You
will.
should go on.
I do have time. I'm playing like Breath of the Wild and Animal Crossing.
You should go on one of Kyle's streams. He's been playing me and Xeno and Waycamp on Switch.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun there. You should talk to him about it. He wants to have more of us on.
Yeah.
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 By the way, Emily, you were so freaking adorable in the final match where I don't know if you've seen it at all yet, but after all of the after Deku finishes his ult, that's where your "Are you okay?" comes in, and thank you. Yeah, best girl.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yes. Anyway,
It was amazing, Emily. Another moment that was like super cool today. There was an Aerie cosplayer that was waiting for Kellen when he.
oh yeah, Mia.
And instantly Kellen was like, "I knew you would come crawling back." I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh man!"
Yeah.
They lost their like they lost.
That's amazing.
I knew you'd come crawling back.
Yes,
Yeah.
so good. Oh man,
Do the roar.
so fire, you guys. It was so fire.
Yeah, she's great. If you've never met her before, she goes by IRL Aerie because by all intents and purposes, barring Emily, she's the closest thing to Aerie we have in the real world. She is just spot on. And
Well,
she's what's that?
There's a comment over here from Chris Argis. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Argus.
Yeah, his daughter showed me her Aerie cosplay
Yes!
in a hangout last time, and man, that's what I thought of when you said that. So cute! Oh my god, she was so cute. I loved it.
Love
So,
it. I
yeah,
love
yeah.
it. I love cosplay, man.
Me too. Me too.
They're so talented. These
Why
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unbelievable.
When we started in the convention industry, I was so scared. Like I didn't know like what was acceptable, and if Rachel like dressed up in, because it was funny after she wrote Colorworld, her editor was like, "Hey, you realize that Wendy kind of looks a lot like Rogue. Like if we're just talking about her ability, it's very, and so you have to kind of decide ahead of time before these books get published. Like, are you going to own it? Are you going to pretend it doesn't exist? Like, what are you going to do with the fact that your character?" And so we're like, we'll just own it then. And then it'll be off the table and no one will be like, "Oh, it's like, blah, blah."
Amen.
And so we, in the beginning, Rachel's like, what if I show up at conventions and I'm dressed like Rogue? Like that would be, then we like, well, not only will we own it. So like in the book, Ezra's like, when you're a lot like Rogue, you should really like lay off the touching other people.
Especially right now.
Yeah.
Always lay off, but yeah, Rogue is like, I don't even know what that does to her. Like, so yeah, we were afraid that if she showed up at a convention, someone would be like, "You're not a cosplayer. You're not allowed to wear that at a convention. Cosplayers have to register on the online cosplay registry." And like, we had no idea because this was like 5 years ago. We just had no clue. And then we found the video from Bill Duran, who runs Punished Props, who does work for HBO and Cinema, like literally builds movie props. And he was like, "You cosplay whoever you want, whatever character you want. I don't care what color you are, what race you are, what gender you are. If a character is meaningful to you, then you go be that person, and you don't listen to anybody who says something stupid or about it." And it was so like freeing to read that there were people who are like, "Be yourself, man. This is a form of art." And that's when like cosplay for me like really came alive as an art form.
Speaking of which, I just saw a comment. This is the first time I'm on a live stream with you, Emily. I will be right back.
I'm gonna go find this comment that just like fired.
I don't know.
I know there's a lot of. I'm gonna look. Let's see. You're so conflicted.
You can hear him in the background. I like that.
I'll take Deku or Overhaul. Like either way. Like I'll be the one that saves everybody or the one that kills everybody. I mean,
choices.
I love it. Kierra was so great in her hangout today. It was so good to meet you, Kierra. So freaking fun. Dude, everyone, has anyone been to South Dakota? No?
No.
Okay.
I've not been, no.
If you get a chance, let me see if I can pull, I mean, we have the internet, so like, let's visit there virtually, but the Black Hills, so Mount Rushmore is in South Dakota. The biker, what is the city that the biker, Chris Argus, help me out. You can save my butt in chat. There is a motorcycle rally. Folks, we're talking about tens of thousands of motors, probably 100. Sturgis Motorcycle is in South Dakota, and I'm going to show you why. Let's go. I'm going to type in beautiful, BEAUTI, beautiful South. I have noticed on stream, it's very hard to spell and be on stream. Like I can spell off stream, but if I'm being entertaining and spelling, I can't do those two things at once. Do you guys have something that you just like literally you cannot do the two things at once?
Yeah.
What
all the time. Like nonstop.
Nonstop. Name anything, Brad. That's what I was referring to. Is there anything specific that you guys know, like you just cannot do these two things at once?
I don't know. I'm a pretty good multitasker, but it's hard for me to type and talk. It's hard for me to type something and say something else at the same time.
Okay. Yes.
Which makes sense. I mean, like I end up typing the words that I'm saying and not the words that I'm intending
to
type.
Yes.
I mean, I don't feel bad about that. Like that seems like.
I've got one. I've got a weird one.
Go.
Okay, so I used to interpret like for Japanese guests at conventions, and I mean I lived in Japan and worked as an interpreter and translator for a bit. And there are two styles of interpreting. One is called consecutive and one simultaneous. Simultaneous is like what you hear on news broadcasts, United Nations. These interpreters are listening to a foreign language and then speaking their language, right?
Yep.
I can't do that at all. Like zero. I cannot listen and talk at the same time and try to comprehend what's being said to me.
Huh.
Yeah, for some reason, and I'm not really great at the other one either. Consecutive interpreting, like I can listen to someone say something, try and remember it, and then say it. But if it gets really long, you're supposed to take notes. But I can't like write and listen at the same time. Like it's
I can imagine.
It's rough. It's real rough.
So
that seems like it.
Is what South Dakota looks like, you guys. And
wow.
God,
wow.
It is
South Dakota.
It's one of the beautiful places in America I've ever been. There are a couple small shows. Chris Argus runs a small show in South Dakota. I lived in North Dakota during the oil boom. I got brought in to help companies grow and kind of like I built parts departments during the oil boom from 2011 to 2014 before I realized that my wife had written the greatest superhero story ever told. And I dropped everything. I told people they're going to have to figure it out themselves, but I highly, highly recommend. And obviously Mount Rushmore is in South Dakota. The buffalo, there are still wild buffalo in South Dakota. Like it's it's gorgeous, you guys.
It looks gorgeous.
Yeah, I love Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh my gosh! I feel okay. So I feel like Kellen's been gone for a bit. I know. There's so much like anticipation here.
Although that was the best. Like,
I'm so sorry. I just moved and I can't find it, so I'm going to keep it a secret for now because I want the reveal to be special. But I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No,
I don't know where it went. I've been looking all this time. Oh well.
I love Buffalo Wild Wings. He says.
I know that was my favorite. Kellen.
Wild Buffalo Wild Wings in South Dakota.
Buffalo.
Today I learned.
Yeah, where the buffalo wings run free.
Untamed wings.
That sounds terrifying. A bunch of buffalo wings.
Flying buffalo.
Ooh.
You
No,
don't watch Avatar.
I've been meaning to start that. I've never seen it.
I I love the movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
You mean the M. Night
Airbender.
Shyamalan one?
I was waiting for you to counter about me, Kellen. That was a softball. Man, that was the worst.
Oh, you mean the James Cameron one?
Oh no, I love the. Is it M. Night Shyamalan that did the Last Airbender movie?
Yeah.
I love.
Oh,
I legitimately love that movie, and the fan base hates.
Really?
Me. They literally hate me for liking that movie. But I never
What?
watched anime. Like to me, I watched the anime.
right. Okay, that makes
I was
sense.
like, this is so stupid and goofy. I'm not going to watch this. And so I shut it off during the first episode. But then the movie came out. I was like, oh, man, I totally get why people like this. This is cool.
Sorry, I'm still here. I know where it is.
He's like, wait. I don't want you to.
Focused. He's
I'm
focused.
still here.
No, wait. Don't worry. It's on Netflix right now. If anyone is in love or didn't have access to Avatar, it is on Netflix. You guys can send hate tweets to @MOFinancial on Twitter, and I will respond cleverly to all of your mean things that you say as to why
I like this over here. We don't talk about that in that child movie.
See? Yes. Everyone, like, I feel like people just want to pretend it doesn't exist. Kellen's like, yeah, duh. Everyone with good sense pretends that movie doesn't exist. I feel like Death Note
You
is.
said it, not me.
With you guys, have either of you seen the live action Death Note movie?
I have. Yes.
And love or hate.
Oh wait, live action Death Note, like the American one, like the new one. I'm talking about like the Japanese one from way back.
I've been told
either.
the Japanese one is good.
I loved it.
I watched the
It's so
American.
good. Like L, that's like the quintessential L.
Okay.
Like Lighto is perfect.
Is there a dub of that, or is it subtitled, or?
I don't know. I mean, yeah,
It
it's
wasn't there.
subtitled. I don't know if there's a dub. Wait, there's another, but that's the thing. You weren't talking about that movie. You're talking about there's a newer one.
He's talking about the newer one, which people hate me for knowing it exists as well. I'm a movie guy. I really.
The Netflix one?
Yeah.
Mm.
Why don't I know about this? I feel like this is kind of important.
Oh.
Oh, honey. Oh, bless your heart.
This.
I told you people forget that stuff is out there. Brandon, you had erased that. You had literally like
My brain blocked it out. I remember some vague things reading that this might have been something that Netflix was going to make, but I didn't realize it was
You're like, why did they
made.
go with ruining this?
I realized it was made.
Yeah.
We say I don't want to let an anime ruin a good movie for me, so I watched the movie.
All right.
Interesting.
Okay.
I'm just giving you a heart. No, believe me, I'm fully aware of like how not cool some of the live action. Now, was there an Attack on Titan live action movie? I feel like that was a thing too.
There was talk of it. I don't think it hasn't come out yet. I don't know if it's in production yet, but there was talk of it.
I don't know.
All right,
I
live
don't know.
action.
Wait, no, it's a thing. That's
It
a
is
thing.
already?
All right.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
Japanese. It's a Japanese
Okay.
Oh,
Is it good though?
production from 2015.
here we go.
Okay.
We're
From
gonna.
Toho.
At the height. At the
Yeah,
height of its
dang.
popular.
Oh, I've seen. Yeah, okay. I've seen some trailers for it. It's a little.
That's uncanny.
It's weird. It's like.
That's an uncanny valley.
I think that's a hard series to make into a live action without it being like. I mean, we already make jokes about like the Titans that look like giant babies, right? You know, like so.
Yeah.
If we see it in live action, then it's like weird. You know what I mean? I can't get into it.
You're like, we were joking about that, not like I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it looks
I
like.
love all the L's. They're like L in the comments.
LOL.
There were two. You guys, there were two.
There are two movies. Is this a TVMA?
Part 1, Part 2. Oh boy.
Oh god.
Oh dear.
Poor actors.
This is cool. They're spying on us, so they're suggesting to me the video that we're actually. This is like the space, right?
That's weird.
in that part of Baseballs where they're live and then they go and they're like,
is this like something we'll get in trouble for? It says TVMA.
Oh, I definitely am not gonna. Yeah, I mean, I'm just putting. So it's by Madman Australia. All right. Well, so it exists, you guys. 62,000. Yeah, it's a thing. If you want to go, this is just the trailer, so it's out there. You can buy or rent it right on screen. So there we go.
I'm good.
Wants to check. It's a thing.
I got a big backlog of stuff to watch.
Like, I'll just on the bottom.
I got a lot of anime to catch up.
What's at the top of your watch list, Kellen? What's at the top?
What?
What is at the top of your watch list of things that you will get through?
I actually haven't finished Gurren Lagann yet.
Oh. Have you already cried? Are you past that part?
I haven't.
I know you like to ruin things.
Gone past episode 2.
Okay, good.
I also haven't finished Cowboy Bebop yet.
You know,
I'm sorry. I gotta get back to it.
I've never started it. It's on my list, but I
binged too many at once, and I got overwhelmed and just didn't go back to it.
Brandon is so
yeah.
Brandon, do you love Cowboy Bebop?
I love Cowboy Bebop.
What do you love about it? Tell me.
It's just so, like, I feel like anime up to that point was all, like, moe. Like, it was all, like, cutesy and super Japanese. And then, I mean, not all of it, but that was the one that I felt hit the American market. And there was this huge turning point on the idea of what anime could be, specifically for an American audience. And I think Cowboy Bebop was really integral to anime becoming really popular over here.
Yeah, you're totally right about that. In terms of like what it meant to importing anime, I think we're in a lot of ways we're still. It's interesting to watch the Japanese attempt to make things that they believe Americans want to consume. That's all, like, right? Because sometimes I feel like in writing it, the writers are like, I don't think. Let me help this. I'm going to help this out.
Let's just put some America in there. Oh, Americans love that America.
Yeah. I don't know. I definitely agree that it hit the American field just right there, and it was it's still one of the best dubs ever.
Bebop?
Yeah. Up until that point, I don't feel like a lot of dubs where the dubs were still in the process of sort of combining the acting with the technical side of it, but I feel like it reached the connection there.
They were trying to figure themselves out, right?
Yeah, they were, and I think they really did with Steve Bloom, fantastic, Bo Billingsley, so just an all-star cast.
And I think that's been reflected in video games too, because you look at voice acting in video games, and for many years, I think like studios were trying to figure out what is video game acting? How do we do this? You know, and now we're starting to hit the stride. It's very cinematic, very real.
It is becoming more cinematic, and a lot of that is to thank. A lot to thank for is mocap that makes it more like a stage.
Yes, the motion.
98. I was 3.
Yeah. So that's. I just wanted to put a time with that because we're talking about like turning points in history. I'm like, what year was? So that's. I graduated high school a month after that came out, and then previously had not. I had seen some like Dragon Ball Z and stuff on like what was available. I honestly shut off the television. I was like, if this is what anime is, and I didn't watch anime until Jeremy Lee bought the first book in the Colorworld series. I literally, and so then I was like, well, I can't have this person that's more famous than us reading this, and I have no idea what she does for a living. And so I went ahead and I watched Sword Art Online. And I was like, oh, man, okay. this is dope. What else? What else is Jeremy in? And I pulled her like behind the voice actor, and I was like, it says she's a big deal in Fairy Tale, so I guess I'll. And then Fairy Tale changed our life forever. And when we built Colorworld, the company, we wanted it to look like Fairy Tale. So like lots of diverse people. You don't have to all see the world the same way, but we're gonna get along. We're gonna be there for each other. If somebody's stupid and they screw up and they stab us in the back or they steal something, like seeing Loxus, that was a huge moment for us to see Loxus get kicked out of Fairy Tale, and then his journey back, to try to be part of the guild again. Rachel says that like Fairy Tale is what Christianity would be if we did it right.
Okay.
And so once we kind of saw the storytelling that was going on in anime, like that was it. Then it was like, okay, well, I'm going to support these people. I'm going to get a Funimation subscription. And then when you get a Funimation subscription across the top, they scroll those things that they want you to watch. They're like, hey, we like these. If you would watch them, that would be great. And then I just started clicking on things at the top. And then the more we did, they were like, oh, I think someone from that anime is at this convention. And then so we started meeting people in the community. And then we're like, maybe Jeremy would want to like be our main character in like an audiobook. And then that was the thing. And then that introduced us to other people. And then like now, to me, the community is a big part. I would imagine you guys are the same way. That the community surrounding anime is as inspiring as the stories that we're telling in anime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, amen.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah. Are there any audience questions?
So we don't take audience questions.
Oh, we don't?
No, only in VIP. In VIP,
Right.
I see.
Yeah. So this is really like I get to ask you guys. So Brandon, I've known Kellen for a while, and I got to know Emily the last time we had her on. But you are like almost a brand new person to me.
Oh, excuse me.
So tell me about your
A
journey.
brand new person. Oh, shiny.
How did you get in front of a microphone? What was that experience like for you? How did you? What was your first thing that you recorded in? How did you get to the microphone? What inspired? Give me the Brandon McInnis origin story.
Oh boy, it's just so complicated. So my thing was stage acting and musicals specifically. Musicals and opera is what I studied. Opera, yeah, I studied opera. Yes, I went.
That's
to,
good for breath support, I bet.
I studied at a conservatory environment in Michigan at a place called Interlochen for opera, and so yeah, I've like most of my experience with microphones had been like microphones that sit like up here in your hair, like microphones just for stage
or
and
on
singing.
your neck.
Yeah, and so I went from that to voiceover, and so I was very, very afraid of the microphone at first. Like, what is this?
It's straight from opera to voice acting?
Well, I mean, not straight into voice acting, but it went straight from like musicals into voice acting. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
So did somebody find you at one of your performances? Like,
well, so Michael and I were together because J. Michael Tatum and I are a thing, and I think. Yeah, there have been some friends that have come to some of my shows in Dallas, but the thing that actually got me in was Ian Sinclair, who's the director of the Black Butler dub, messaged me and he said, "Hey, Brendan, I'm working on season 3, Black Butler Book of Circus, and the translators are having a little problem with a dialect, Japanese dialect. Would you mind taking a look at it just as a personal favor?" And I was like,
yes,
sure.
yes.
Whatever. Okay. Yeah, Ian, I got you. So he sent it over to me and I did some research, found it out, sent it to him. He was like, "Thanks. I really appreciate it. Do you, I think this would be hilarious. Do you want to just come in and like voice the cats? Like just the meows in season 3. And I was like, the what? How does this work? What? I mean, like, okay, sure. And so while I was in the booth recording these cats, he was like, "Ooh, while you're here, do you have a British dialect?" can you? I was like, yeah, a bit. I can speak a little bit of British. He was like, perfect, great. So that was my first role was Patrick Phelps in Book of Murder, the OVA, and he's the shipbuilder, Patrick Phelps. And I went from there. And then Caitlin used me for a role she needed a singer for. She was like, Brandon, I don't know if you're interested, but I need singers, and like, I think you'd be great. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, Caitlin, so I'll need help. She's like, I got you. Come in. And so that's how that started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we kind of discovered this. We've been talking about it for weeks. We do 1 or 2 of these a week, and there's a reoccurring theme that's coming to me. So for those in the audience that this is like aspiring to you, this is what you want to do. I have gathered that you must be an artist. Be an artist. Be a singer. Be an actor. Be a writer. Right. That Brandon got brought in to do a translation, and while he was there, right, ends up behind a microphone. Brandon, did you mean to mute yourself, or did you accidentally click on? Okay, there you go.
No.
So, like, be an artist, and then the universe, right? I feel like, Brandon, correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of it is you really just trying to be the most authentic version of yourself and just making yourself available to the opportunities that when something's in front of you, that you don't second guess it, that you say, sure, it's not really my main thing, but I'm willing to try.
That's right. Let's have fun.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then, Kellen, what about you? Where was your start? What was the first thing?
Boy. Well, I got into this at 13 because I was already doing musical theater and improv and that stuff. And I was also part of the, like YouTube's first like kid creator like revolution there. We used to, back when machinima wasn't a copyrighted name, it actually was the definition for using a video game as sort of puppetry to make to make product and voice over it and stuff. So we would do that with Super Smash Brothers Brawl. And through that, I made a bunch of friends there in Newgrounds and the old voice acting forums, all those places. And, eventually, I would fall more in love with the acting side of it because I just don't have the patience that it takes to be an animator. Those guys are just infinitely patient. I respect their craft so much. But I liked sort of the immediate release of being able to pull a different world out of your head that acting brought. So that's when I really started training for it. And I did that. I trained for about 8 years before. And I booked small things here and there, but then I booked Five Nights at Freddy's. And that was sort of the start of the professional career there. Yeah. So yeah, I'd say that was the first big thing.
So really right off the bat, you're creating content. Like you're saying, hey man, I don't really care who's out there, but like this thing's cool to me. And so I'm gonna,
absolutely.
Yeah. That's another path that I have seen that I would, if I was giving advice, I would say, don't wait. Like don't, there's no like magic formula and there's no shortcut.
No.
So if you want to be in the entertainment industry, start producing entertainment. And then, again, make yourself available to the universe, and it will find you. Is that?
Yeah, find your group. Find people who are going to push you forward, and you push them forward. I wouldn't have gotten to where I was if I didn't have like a group of friends also making content that we collabed with each other all the time, and sort of got the feel for it. Definitely start doing it and find friends who are doing it too.
Yes. I think that too many people are waiting, and really you just get started, right? Just
do it.
Have you enjoyed the kind of streaming revolution? Has that been exciting to any of you guys, that this opportunity that like you could do this thing you love, whether it be video games or even watching something? There are tons of reaction video YouTubers out there.
Yeah.
Playing through a game. Have you enjoyed, you guys, this opportunity to like do kind of two things at once?
I know, Brandon, you're a Twitch streamer, right?
Yeah.
I've been wanting to get into that, and I have no idea where to start. Like, particularly with reaction videos, and like now that I have my Switch and I'm playing it all the time, like I want to do that, but I don't even know where to start. And I feel like I want to start by like watching you guys streams and just kind of like getting a feel for what it's like. But the one thing that I want to do, and this sounds so weird, I like to when I watch TV, like regular network TV, I mute the commercials and just like live dub them. And
Really?
I've really been wanting to do that. Like just
That sounds fun.
It's really fun. And it's you know, it's like improv. It's a lot like Mystery Science Theater 3000, but like there are certain there are a couple of commercials that I've seen enough that like I know what's coming, and so I can like actually make it look. It's maybe like you know, I like when I'm watching, I'm like, if I could just move it one click left, it would all sync up. But like, I don't know. I don't know if there's a market for that. But like, that's what I want to do.
You could totally do that, especially if you get like older commercials too.
Yeah. And like, you know, just find, or maybe even like, I don't know. There's probably copyright issues with that, but like capture them and then.
There's a channel called Djibouti Dubs that does that kind of thing. If you look up, the, it's either called the Sticky or the Squishy or something, but that's like how they got famous, doing exactly what you're doing. They just like dubbed over it and made it really, really raunchy and funny.
Mine aren't even like, mine are just like goofy and stupid for the most part. Like I make people fart a lot, so there's that. like I'll make fart noises. Like they're just really like I know farts, man. I can do farts. No, I'm kidding. My favorite one is there was an old Xarelto commercial. Like pharmaceutical commercials are the best. Like they are that kind of thing. But there was one and it had Kevin Nealon and like some other famous people.
Wow.
And all I did the whole time was just say Xarelto, Xarelto, Xarelto. Oh, Xarelto. And like that was it. There were no lines, but for some reason it just worked. And like I would adjust it to who was talking and like I don't know why.
And then that one person who only has one syllable. Xarelto? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. So also, I just want everyone to know I've been reading all of these comments. So
IRL Airy is in the chat.
Yay!
The one I was talking about before.
Give me
a little bit of drama.
I will put more up on stream. We had folks we're down a person. And so I've got, I'm doing double duty. So I'm booking for you guys that have Hangouts afterwards. I'm booking those right now. And so I'll chat away for just a second and then I'll jump back in there.
Okay, cool. Ari.
Ari.
Fight.
Do they mean Ari?
Probably.
Or Ari? What do you guys play? Somebody named Ari?
Well, League of Legends. Do any of you guys do? I know Ari is a huge League of Legends character. Any of you guys in League of Legends?
No. I am. I play Fiddlesticks.
Yes.
Oh,
you play Fiddlesticks?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that so much.
You know Fiddlesticks?
I do know Fiddlesticks.
Dude, that was.
Oh my
god. I mean, that's. Oh, I love it.
I love
Brandon,
it.
You're so cute.
I mean, but that's been out for a while. When did you record that?
Man, back in February or January. You know what? No, we started in November and we just did sessions up to February.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm not the original fiddle. I'm the fiddle for the rework, which is the fiddle now.
Yeah, but still, like,
yeah,
that's such a hard
man.
one. I need to take a moment to explain to all the viewers here, like, the durability on, like, the gemstone scale of Kellen's vocal cords here. Like, I was recording for my hero on Sir Night-Eye, and Austin pulled me around to the Pro Tool session. He was like, bro,
he showed you
to listen to this. And I was like, okay, what's going on? And it was that moment where you recorded with the two voices.
Yeah, the last form of overall.
With all the stuff swirling around. And I listened to that and I was like, how? And apparently you had just recorded on something else right before coming in to record that.
Yeah.
Who is this person? And why is he inhuman? He has inhuman vocal cords. It was amazing. I was like, mad
Placement.
respect.
That was so fun. It was the regular voice, and then Dr. Claw kind of thing under it, and then Chris Guerrero. Chris Guerrero also came in and doubled up. So it was 3 layers of deep. That was like the funnest, man.
But
and we did that for the videos in too.
That's incredible because like
It was so fun, man.
I don't think a lot of people can produce that sound from their throats, Kellen. Just want you to be aware of that.
All I ever wanted to do was annoy my mom, and then I made money.
Did you like intentionally, like you just really wanted to like bug her?
Huh? What? Your mic was going.
Like you really just wanted to bug her? Like that's how you like first came up with
I just wanted to gross her out. The easiest way to annoy my mom is to sing any high-voiced male band from the 70s, and Bee Gees will make her cringe.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
if I go, stay alive, she'll go, shut up, Kellen.
What is her
that's amazing.
your mom listen to that she doesn't like the Bee Gees?
She likes Aretha Franklin.
Oh, that's very different from the Bee Gees. That's
Yeah.
Very different.
She likes old soulful singers.
Nice.
And she loves the Beatles to death. She was like a Beatles fan girl.
Really? You're
I'm a Beatles fan girl too.
She was like literally one of those girls in the crowd that was like, ah!
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Gosh, you got to see them? That's insane. I went to Liverpool
She never got
last August.
to see them in person.
Oh, okay, so she wasn't like literally in the crowd screaming.
I'm pretty sure she did. Hi, Eric. She's at the bottom. Yeah, I'll have to ask her again. She has gone to a lot of concerts. My dad was a studio musician, so he would go to like Boston and Eagles concerts all the time.
Right.
Like
Well, the last time that-
70s, 60s.
I love Boston.
Yeah.
Emily, do you like Boston?
What's that?
Emily, do you like Boston?
Yeah, I like them okay. I'm not like a huge Boston fan, but I like them.
Wow.
More Than a Feeling is his favorite song ever.
More Than a Feeling, that I would geek out for. That is an amazing song.
It is.
Yeah.
I practiced until I could hit the highest note on that. It wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's so.
More Than a Feeling.
Oh,
Man, I love that song so much.
No, it's higher than that. No,
Yeah.
wait, what is the note?
I don't know. I can't.
No, yeah. Or whatever.
I think I just realized something. IRL Airy, I think, is the TikToker that like posted a TikTok with an original song that I wrote and got like a ton of views because of her. So thank you so much. I think I'm pretty sure it's you.
Was that you, Ari?
Was that you? I think it was you. Circle of Hearts?
I wouldn't be
don't know.
surprised.
But whatever. It was very
Kierra, LFC is the best. I
LFC?
just wanted to say Liverpool Football Club is the best. I mean, we saw their season opener last
I saw
season
that.
at Anfield, and it was unbelievable.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can. I saw that in chat. I'll see if I can find it. What did you say? The initial word? LFC.
Yeah, the Liverpool Football Club, LFC.
Okay.
You'll never walk alone.
Sorry, I'm just still trying to find it. Wait.
Oh yeah. Sorry. What is the highest note in More Than a Feeling? Boston, Brad Delp, More Than a Feeling coat. Let's see. Hitting the high notes with Brad Delp. Assessing Boston's. All right. Let's see if it'll tell me what that actual note is.
Yeah, I think it was that. Yeah.
Okay, when other rock singers use those notes, we generally call it falsetto, but there is nothing in the slightest bit pseudo about Delp's upper range. Okay, so apparently, Boston's chances of ever making the hall are about on par with the odds high C while driving down the
I see. I like fruit punch too, bro.
Yo, what's your favorite? What do you drink in Gatorade? Do you drink the fruit punch in Gatorade?
I drink the ice blue.
The ice blue?
Oh yeah. No, wait, purple flavor.
Purple.
I like purple drink.
Grape.
Yeah.
I started out trying to drink anything but the like boring. I gotta tell you, yellow, I really like it a lot.
The lemon lime, yeah, that's really good.
I know it's like
like an OG.
Gatorade, but it's very good. It's very good.
It was really good.
Do you guys drink zero or do you drink the full sugar stuff?
I do zero these days.
All day.
I haven't been drinking Gatorade in forever, man. I don't remember.
Oh, at shows, we're like
Coffee.
It's like being on stage, right, at a show, because we'll have like 30 people around our booth. We have to help everybody simultaneously. So we keep Gatorade on hand. We keep rain on hand. And then, because your vocal cords, man, if you talk for 10 hours straight, you guys
Oh my God, yeah.
We know.
Yeah, you're going to die.
Oh, and you lose so much water and electrolytes that way too.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
yeah.
Okay, so we have come to the conclusion of our free side.
That was fast.
It is.
I
When
know,
you
right?
hang out with people that you where is somebody just Vivian, I don't Powerade, as much as I hate like naming like a number 1 and number 2, like Powerade is a number 2 for me. I'll buy it if I'm feeling cheap that day. Do you guys feel if I'm like, oh, Powerade's half the price? Okay, I'll drink you Powerade.
It depends on what's available. I just if it's there, I'll drink it.
Yeah,
Put
I don't.
something in front of me, I'll drink it.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't really
I'll
have a
drink
preference,
Powerade.
honestly. I
You
mean,
want-
yeah.
Yeah. Like I won't kick it out of my fridge, but I don't think I buy it.
I'll buy it.
I'll buy it.
I'll buy Gatorade. I'll buy
I get
Powerade.
it. It's
I'm
fine.
not
Either one's
picky.
fine for me.
Either
Yeah.
one. Okay.
Yeah.
That was the one gimme. Whoever said Gatorade, Vivian, you tricked me. I should not have taken that question in free. But like
Whatever.
I realize like how much diss I give to Powerade. I literally go for Gatorade. Like it's only until the price is right there that I'm like, oh man, and it's cheaper for Powerade. I have to buy like the dad in me says I should buy Powerade. My kids need blah blah blah. I'm gonna buy Powerade instead of Gatorade. Okay, everybody's gonna get a break. You guys get watered up and eat up and rested up. Everyone, all those questions, bring them to VIP because it is the question.
I'm trying to find this part.
Oh, so good.
I see my